So hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today is a little disappointing video because it's not what you're looking here. This is not disappointing at all. This, as you well know, is a masterpiece. Instead, well, neither that, no, but that. So this is probably the most disappointing review I'm going to make about this series collection. This is the last model arrived on this collection, the Ferrari collection in 124 scale. Very interesting for the 124 scale, featuring Formula 1 cars, where usually the Formula 1 cars are made in 120 scale, as you all well know. This was a quite interesting model. It's a T5, of course, driven by the great Gilles Villeneuve, number 2. This was the car used in the 1980 season, and it was a modification from the previous winning car, the T4, driven by Jody Scheckter and still Gilles Villeneuve in 1979. It was the last world championship that they could get in Formula 1 until the Schumacher era. So the model was absolutely interesting, so I always, as you can see on my channel, and I don't know how longer I will keep on making this type of videos, because they are interesting, but anyway, the argumentation is always the same, and I think now you get the point. I have so not much more interesting in telling you, okay, nearly always great value for money. Also, this is not exception of this concept. Basically, you pay now a slightly increased price, because now they are settled at 31 euros, so it's about $335, something like that. And what, in my opinion, dropped down drastically in the last edition, in the last two models. In my channel you will not find the English version of the video related to the Ferrari 126 C2B. It was an evolution of the C2. They already made the 126 C2 in the Andretti version, so the end of the season configuration, and now they made the C2B, and the next one after this one, that I will anyway buy, and I say anyway, and I will explain you why now, it will be the C3 version, driven by Michele Alboreto. So when it is so great names involved, great champions of the past, my childhood, just loving them and their adventures on the road track was impressive. Why I'm so disappointed by this model now? Because I've seen, together with the video, I think you can see the video in the Italian version that I just made the last week, and using the subtitles for the English, you will understand what I will say in my own language in that video. But basically, my biggest concern was that more than ever they are arriving inside their own box, with the proper little shitty logo of royalty. We pay the Ferrari royalty. That's okay. One of the reasons why these toys are becoming so pricey, it is because they became ultra rare, despite they are amazing models. I will make a review, still didn't make it, but I probably will make a review of this masterpiece. But the royalty that they pay to the Ferrari group is expired. So that's why with the Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, and this type of models, both in 112 like this one is, and in 124 and 120 scale, became extremely tricky and complicated, and mostly, read me, pricey to get this type of model. This is just related to the royalty missing, So if you are missing the royalty for this, the company, Tamiya at first, they don't go on selling the items that they have already in the warehouse, because, for example, Tamiya, was just talking yesterday with the Italian distributor of Tamiya. He have in the warehouse a pile of the 288 GTO in 112 scale. It's an amazing model made by Tamiya about 20 years ago, but the royalty is expired, so the Japanese don't dare to sell that stuff because it's dangerous for the legal issue that you can have selling this stuff. So when the royalty is expired, when you make mostly big numbers about this stuff, they involve royalties, That is a Lambo. I don't know if you pay the royalty, really, and I don't care, because it is something I'd rather prefer not to talk about that one, And so this one instead is paying the royalty. Consider that today the arguments about this terrible, I don't want to say bad words, but you understand what I mean, matter about using the name and whatsoever, it's just owned by the Burago holding group. Burago is nearly ridiculous because they became a very, very big company. It's a small city outside Milano, in the east side of Milano. So it's, like to say, middle of nowhere, you know. And they are the only one keeping the real royalty to make the model. So when this other small production, not so small because I think they are anyway made by X and so on, but those are clearly second choice. And let's see why they are second choice. I get disappointed because, you know, not for the €1 increasing of the price that they had since this number, but for the quality of the overall model. So why I say so? First of all, you know, the guy selling me this stuff, he has a shop. We still have in Italy that old-fashioned shops selling newspapers, you know. And he know what I do, and he know who I am. So he used to sell me stuff that he tried to give it a check before, you know, but when the box arrived sealed and with no cracks, it means that the box arrived safely, so you cannot make any complaint to the delivery system, to the guy delivering them, you know, even if they are loaded, these people working in the third world conditions, you know, so it happens that they are hurry up and they can smash a box and so on. This was not smashed, as well as the previous C2B was not smashed. But the model was so badly cracked and so badly damaged inside. And let's see how damaged. This is not an issue of something that happened outside of the company. This is an issue that happened during the building of the model, you know. And I don't complain as usual for the lack of detail that you can see on the terrible seat belts that you have. I'm not complaining about the euro more. I'm complaining really about the overall quality of this type of model. Okay, it's few months, few bucks. We always say that. I always say that in my videos, of course. But for example, how can you keep on with such disaster? Yes, you're right, such disaster. I have no way neither to change the model or to get my money back, because there is no way to fix a decal completely badly priced like this one, you know, all over the model. You know, the guy selling me this one yesterday, I took it, was just mostly looking if the rear wing was okay. It seems that they hear me, you know, so the rear wing this time is okay, safely placed, probably also because they have a better position and the better fixing point on the side of the body, so that's okay. But if you look closely to the model, there is too many issues that don't fit, because if the rear wing is okay, take a look at the front wing. You get it? You get it? You get it? And this is not something that have been hit during the transportation of the model. This is something that just have been so badly assembled, you know. I understand that the guy in Bangladesh where they fix this stuff, they are paid probably $1 to build it up, this stuff. But you cannot have any quality control for something that you sell. And this is a new item, so it's stuff that people collect, and it's tricky to collect. Now it became tricky to collect also in Italy. I don't know outside, but this is something that should not be have taken in the final line of the production, you know. I mean, if the right side of the decal sheet is not so good, because there you see there is a pin, there is a crack there on the line. This is not tampo decal, this is the ordinary decal film. Overall model features, I don't know if you can see that, probably they try to keep an eye to the model. They have been polished badly. There is still some line of the polishing, so probably, I mean, the whatsoever quality control they have in the facility where they build up this stuff, these toys, these are really, really toys. So don't even think that you are collecting real collectible models. Those are toys, nothing more and nothing less, just ordinary toys. And they require a big branch of work, in my opinion, to be kept at a decent level, you know, because also, for example, the wheels drastically drop down in the quality. There was some models, like for example, if you check my video about the 156/85 Alboreto car of 1985 of the same collection, the wheels were fantastic, you know. Instead here the wheels are so badly made. Look the rim. What does it change from the rim of the T4? The car in reality was basically the same identical car, was an evolution of the T4. Just made it bad because she didn't win absolutely nothing, you know. It was just Gilles Villeneuve doing something good, and then we had the crisis of the personality of Jody Scheckter, that I understand that he didn't want to be any longer a pilot of Formula 1, but that's the story of the car. So anyway, if you place a great name like Gilles Villeneuve on this type of model, you have to give it a try and check the quality. For example, that, look, so many spots there. Let's see if they come away. I don't understand why this garbage happens. You see that? Let's see. Done, but it's full, for example, this one, and the model, no, this doesn't come away, so this is a scratch, another scratch that I discovered right now. What are we talking about? You see the line of the polish? I mean, this is what I say. I'm sorry this time that you can hear me a little bit concerned about this stuff. Of course, it's not this big money. I was just talking with a guy making the 3D. He sold the wheels, 4 wheels made in ugly green resin by a 3D printer. He sells 30 euros, so at the same price of this entire model. That is another argument, you know. It is pricey. There is no way to correct these issues. I tried and tried, but on this side, the so bad issue that my car had, I tried. I suspect that you may understand that I know how to place decal. This is something that you can absolutely not correct. It's completely dry, so the decal here is completely fucked up. I have no way to give it back, because now, of course, I opened the box of this stuff, so I cannot go in a shop selling gadgets and so on and say, hey, the model is not okay. I had a shop like that. You cannot do it when the model is opened, you know. Because, of course, anybody in the chain of the changing stuff will think that the guy made some mess, you made some mess, then you fix it back, and then you want another one. This stuff happens when you sell this type of toys. Again, toys. The metal of the body neither have been cleaned, you see. There is a pin under there that the real car didn't have. So fucking disappointed with this stuff. Really, really so disappointed. Absolutely. That I don't know if the real car was this way. There was absolutely no marking for the terrible Michelin tires, you know. This was the car famous for eating the tires, you know, because Michelin was already developing in 1980 the real tires for the Renault Turbo Formula 1, the car of René Arnoux and Alain Prost, the mighty turbo of the 80, you know, the starting of the turbo time. But the overall model is so badly done. Look at the decal there. Look at the decal there. Look at the decal there. This is really, really ugly. Look the crack on the paint there. This is a garbage. And this is a model that I took brand new after I ordered it, so it was not something like a second hand, second choice, second whatsoever. This was what you get brand new, and if you are lucky to get it, because you have to nearly beg for it now. So I really don't know if I will go on with this collection, because right now the quality dropped drastically down. Before it was, in Sweden they used to say lagom. It means not so good, not so bad in Swedish language. This is crap. In my opinion, this is absolutely crap. So maybe it can be a sign of the time, can be, I don't know really. I have still the opportunity to choose the model in 1/24 scale that I like. And you know that the way that I collect this stuff is not something that I place my hand on. I will never touch garbage like this, never. I already made a video where I show you the difference between a professional build-up of a Tamiya model or something really, really made by a modeler, and something that you can buy just because of the power of your wallet. This is absolutely insane. I mean, I'm really, really pissed off because the car was so interesting for me. It was really the configuration of, I think it was Monte Carlo, and they had the small wing in front and the strange wing before the rear axle, so it was absolutely interesting. It was part of the story of Ferrari. If you make something like this, and it is not a gadget that you buy for free, you anyway pay a little for it, set it down the price 10 euro more, I don't care, but set the quality at another level. This way, this remain, and always will remain, absolutely garbage. This time I say that. This is absolutely garbage. I'm sorry if you can hear me a little bit pissed off about this stuff, you know, but I'm really, really tired to find stuff that is not made in the way that they promise, or they have been made in the previous time, you know. Take 2 weeks more to have a better quality check. And it is not related to the guy mounting. Pay them $1 more. Make the final price 5 or 10 euro more at the end. I don't care, but make it in a better beep way. That's my point. Thanks for watching and see you in the next.